Literally 2 months, we were doing 30K a month.
What is the biggest thing you learned that you think you lacked before that allowed you to scale to 25K?
We were sending like 200, 300 emails a day.
Can you compare like doing cold emails and compare with doing paid ads? What qualities do you think that you have that help you basically benefit and amplify your success? And what do you think 99% of agencies that watching us are not doing it? So yeah, today I'm with Jake. Jake, I want to ask you, how did you start your agency?
So I started my agency we were doing cold email. We did this for like a year and a half leading up to working with you. Didn't really go well. We signed one client, didn't do shit. It really just didn't go well. Cold email is really hard to deal with. It's just a bitch to deal with. So, I went on YouTube, basically looking for a solution to the problem. I found Sophion, I found you, and then signed up with you. Within literally 2 months, we were doing 30K a month, or like 25, we'll say 25K a month.
Okay. And how much were you spending for having a cold email campaign live? I mean, how many emails were you sending at that time?
We were sending like 200, 300 emails a day. That was like $200 a month in, the cost to run everything. So it was low to run everything, but like we weren't really getting anything. So it was just not good at all.
Okay. And can you compare like doing cold emails and compare it with doing paid ads? I want you to compare in terms of speed, efficiency, and also budget, because the main problem that a lot of people watch me right now, they think, all right, I want to do paid ads, but it's too expensive. Can you compare it with cold emails? Because people think cold emails is cheap.
Yeah, no. With cold email, it's a different vibe either way, because with paid ads, you're like running an ad and they're coming to you. With cold email, you're sending emails basically saying like, please work with me. It's just not good. It just doesn't give a good vibe. Like the power dynamic is the opposite of what you want. So it's a lot different. Like you're sending a certain number of emails a day. It's just you're getting shit people. You could get like the people that do respond, they could be qualified, but it's like they're just the power dynamic is off. Where with paid ads, you're paying a lot more. You're paying 30 a day at least, closer to 50 a day at least, but you're gonna get higher quality people. So it just works out better in the end because the power dynamic is the opposite up front. It's like, I want to work with you and here's why. And like that just makes it a lot better. So client acquisition is better. The entire process is just better overall.
Perceived value is better. And
yeah, exactly.
And the most important thing is speed, right?
Yeah.
Speed wins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And like by the time you started your agency and you scaled it to around 25K a month, I want to know what is the biggest thing you learned that you think you lacked before that allowed you to scale to 25K fast?
The biggest thing that I lacked was the initiative to know, not even to know that I was in the wrong business model, because I had an inkling that cold email wasn't really a good business model, but it was the initiative to actually make the step towards something that I knew had worked. Because I've experienced seeing Facebook ads work before. I had experienced seeing this offer work before, so I just like working with you really allowed us to take that step and just take each step that actually ended up moving the needle. So that was really the key.
Got it. And what was your biggest challenge while doing paid ads and doing this new model?
The biggest challenge while doing it?
While doing it. Was it in client acquisition? Of course, like client was not a problem, but was it in sales, was it in service delivery?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think the biggest two, were probably a mix of like certain elements of the sales we needed to work on, and then also actual client fulfillment. But it comes down to two fundamental things, which is just, taking the key steps every day to make sure that those things get improved every day. Like making sure that you're calling leads within 5 minutes, making sure that you're, having the right follow-up sequences to increase the show-up rate on the calls. Those are all very important things. Then for client fulfillment, it's just a volume of testing ads for clients and making sure that their cost per lead is good and all that. So those are two biggest problems.
And what do you think of the value of all the team members that helped you? I mean, success manager, closers, media buyers, appointment setters, service delivery experts, hiring appointment setters. What do you think about that compared to just going in, watching a course by yourself and just try to figure it out?
Yeah, the biggest thing is personalization. So all the people that you handed me off to, like the people that essentially were experts in that micro area in the agency became these personalized one-on-ones where you can ask them any question you want, and basically you get the answers immediately, and you're just like able to take the right steps, because you don't want to take the wrong step and have to learn it, and that's a lot of time you waste. With having those one-on-ones with the professionals in the actual market, you're able to, skip through that time block.
Okay. And a very important question, I want you to just think about it and give me a valid answer. What do you think you excelled at? Let's say, for example, XYZ thing that other people would not excel at, right? That's outside the program, outside we've helped you. What qualities do you think that you have that helped you basically benefit and amplify your success when it comes to scaling your agency?
Me specifically, I would say, systems and automations. I think
Okay.
getting the ads created, having a system for client acquisition, specifically B2B, and then having the right automations, the right systems to keep the everything flowing perfectly, and getting those, consistent clients coming in is my biggest skill set I think I have to offer.
Okay. And recently with the agency that you were running, you transitioned from trying to squeeze the most amount of money in that first call to just basically making money on the lifetime value, which means increasing your service delivery and making sure people pay you longer. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think trying to charge a lot of money up front for clients, what it ends up doing is it disqualifies a lot of people that would end up paying you tens of thousands of dollars throughout the entire lifetime. So by allowing more people to come in that are financially qualified, but not necessarily having to pay up front, you're able to prove yourself, bring a lot more people on the table that you're able to essentially prove yourself to, and then you're going to end up making a lot more money by selling a lot more clients.
And what do you think 99% of agencies that watching us are not doing it? They're trying to charge people thousands of dollars up front on the first call without showing them testimonials. And when they know there is a trust crisis, right now in 2025, every client they've talked to, they're probably being burned by 3 or 4 other agencies. So why do you think people still do that?
Yeah, I would say because most agencies are constantly thinking about the next 7 to 30 days rather than think about the next 30 to 90 days. When you stretch your vision further, you're able to do more things. You have more freedom to essentially take more clients in for less and make more money long term. The longer you look ahead, the more money you're going to make. It's that simple.
Okay. And the next question I want to ask you is what are the offers that you're working on right now? And yeah, just how different these offers from the offers that that you started with in April of this year?
Yeah, so in April this year, I started with Facebook ads, which required at least $1,500 a month. That didn't even go to us. It went straight to Facebook. That's one thing that clients had to pay, plus $1,500 a month they paid us.
And we're talking about here is this the MRR offers, not the one-time projects,
exactly.
not the websites. Yeah.
Yep, this is the MRR. Or they would pay for a certain number of appointments up front. Regardless what it was at least $3,000 a month that they would come out of pocket for, and we wouldn't even get half of that money. They would go to Facebook first for the ad spend. But what I'm working on now is more aligned towards what Google has to offer, which is Google LSA. So the way that works is that clients only get billed by Google after a call comes in, and we only get paid after that call that comes in is actually a good quality call. So we focus on the volume of calls we bring in these people, and we get $25, $30 for every call that we actually bill them for. And that's it. It's that simple, and obviously when we bring them in for free. There's no setup fee. There's no pay for a package of calls up front. There's nothing. You just come in, we set everything up for you, we verify everything for you, and then it's off to the races. We get the calls coming in, we rank your business, and then we bill you for the calls that actually generate money for you first.
100%. Thanks so much for hopping in, and see you soon.